Hey guys, welcome back to the Desert Springs. So today I'm out traveling. It's my birthday, and I just wanted to kind of get around, get out, explore the country a little bit. So um, in Colorado, heading up to Wyoming, from there probably Utah, but nonetheless, I wanted to make this video because, I was just in the fields last night, racing around these mountain roads, uh, listening to my favorite songs, blasting the radio, the windows down, um, and it really kind of just put me in the fields a little bit. I want to tell you about my birthday. So, my birthday dinner was supposed to be. Well, it was supposed to be a dinner, and it turned out to just be a lot more disappointing. Nobody showed up for my birthday dinner, and they apparently the person who I'd hoped would plan everything, who I'd kind of told to invite everybody, didn't invite anybody. So when I showed up, there's nobody there, and my birthday dinner involved a 5.99 sandwich from HEB. So it is what it is. It hurts, but you know, it really made me remember about how much I appreciate strangers. And so in this video, I'm commemorating you, the stranger, uh, which to me you're not a stranger. To me, you're family. If we're all living on this planet, we're all a part of a big family trying to figure this shit out. Even if we are lobbing bombs at each other unnecessarily, um, but you know, uh, when I think of kind of some of the worst moments in my life, uh, I very seldomly had family show up for me, but I could always rely on the kindness of strangers, whether it was having a hitchhike because of a broken down car or having to, you know, super depressed post divorce, sitting down with a guy at a bar and him just kind of holding space for me and being there for me while I process all the hurt of my divorce. Um, to the random person in Alaska that hugged me because they felt that I had just really needed a hug. Um, and every step of the way, I know relying on strangers, especially in this culture, is not, it's not something that's, you know, it's not something that's ideal as far as the view of things for your ego. For some reason in this culture, we put the we put the thing out there that everybody needs to be self-sufficient and reliant on themselves. And at the end of the day, we're human beings, and we require community. No matter how strong, no matter how alone we may want to be, we still require community. Even the people who live out in the bush of Alaska, they still fly in to get groceries and supplies and things like that that they need. So even the most, independent of people still rely on community. And I just want to commemorate you for the people who've shown up for me on the channel. The Jaden comes to mind, Henry comes to mind. Don't start getting me forgetting names. Damn it. The Church of Christ guy. I forgot your name, bro. I'm so sorry. Filbert, people like that. I really do appreciate you guys. And this is why for me, I had a person, my pastor's wife, or I guess my childhood pastor's wife, reached out to me to tell me happy birthday, and she's invited me back to church multiple times. And I feel so much love for community now because I don't have to worry about judging people. I don't have to worry about thinking that a person is a sinner. Walking up to a person who's you know, deciding to express themselves in whatever way and just, being able to embrace that person and love them for who they are versus my old view of things, which was, well, that person, obviously is not abiding by the Bible. Maybe they're gay, or maybe they're a girl and they're showing too much cleavage. Maybe they're showing too much skin, or they have makeup on, or whatever it may be. Uh, and and I really just want to say from the deepest part of my heart, thank you guys. And I honestly love you guys. Um, you know, my connection to strangers, I love strangers. Like I said, I say strangers, but I don't, to me, if I see a guy crying in a cafeteria, I'm not going to hesitate to walk up to the guy and give him a hug. I just, we're all just humans on this, in this little globe shit show, right? Um, but I just wanted to commemorate that, you know, I was just thinking last night, obviously, or 2 nights ago, I guess, when the birthday dinner kind of fell apart, it had me really heartbroken and feeling really sad, just because other people in the family, they go all out for everybody else in the family, but it seems consistently like me and my sister, the black sheep and the other black sheep, the two black sheep in the family, consistently get overlooked, and that's okay. Because at the end of the night, I enjoyed my night with strangers. I hopped on the road, headed to a gas station, had beautiful interactions with people at the gas station. Went out on the road, hit a gift shop, had beautiful interactions with people in a gift shop. Now I'm up here in Colorado, uh, and I'm just having beautiful interactions with people. And you know, it sucks when family can't show up for you, but and it's not all my family. I don't want to say like the entirety of my family like didn't call me to tell me happy birthday. Obviously, a few of them did, and I'm really appreciative of that. But you know, it, there's moments, in life. There's moments, and they're very important moments, and you don't know that they're coming until you stumble upon that moment. And in that moment, you have to make the right decision, because after that moment will either be celebrations or reparations. And all I urge you guys is you know don't miss moments. you know um, be there for people, be there for your family, obviously, but be there for strangers too. I've had homeless people help me. I've had i've had whenever one time I was really down on my luck and I had a homeless person give me money so that I could buy gas. you know I mean, strangers are beautiful people. I mean, that's why I say, and when I would drive around with people and my Christian friends from a long time ago, and they'd look at a person and be like, "Oh, they're gonna burn in hell. Oh, what the hell?" And it's just like, you guys, you know, if they have an immense amount of love for each other, but they see the entirety of society as separate from them and burning and you know bound to hell. So I obviously today's the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are having a great time, and obviously commemorating the country that we live in. But more than that, I wanted to commemorate you, the people of the country that we live in, because at the end of the day, the entirety of all of us is what makes up this country. This is just a piece of dirt. This is just a big ass chunk of dirt that we inhabit. And if it wasn't for the sharing and kind of getting past a lot of the historic issues, but by how we got here and all that, we can share this place and we can honor this place and live symbiotically with everything versus you know kind of the Southern Christian view of God has given man dominion over the earth. It's like, oh God, dominate the shit then. drill into it, crack it, break all, set your TNT off to extract every ounce of oil that you can. Now I understand that it's like I'm over here touting about oil. I drive a gas car and I have a diesel truck. Uh, I'm not for extraction or anything like that, but we do need to understand that, you know, life in general, ecosystems are very fragile. So that's the biologist in me seeing. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next.